One dumb decision cost them 12.4 billion.
So y'all remember Target, right? Mm-hmm. Target CEO is now packing his bags. So before we continue, hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel, and all credit goes to the creators in this video. So guys, in today's video, y'all remember Target, right? Target that decided to roll back their DEI, which everybody boycotted because of this reason. So Target decided to quietly roll back its DEI sometime some months ago. That is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And because for years they have invested in black-owned brands, they have supported minority suppliers, and they have positioned themselves as a more inclusive retailer. But earlier this year, they started cutting back those programs, and people noticed, guys, and the backlash was massive because they began to lose customers. And you know the internet, once something goes on the internet and people come together, it is always massive. So Target was boycotted, and the very community, by black shoppers especially, and the very community that Target spent years cutting, they felt betrayed. They felt that they were not being supported after shopping there, giving their black dollar to them, and they were not having it. And all the boycotts started rolling in. That's some months ago. Now, seems like the CEO is stepping down for no other reason because the company has lost more than $12 billion in value. Ooh, guys, that's a lot of money. Let's see what these creators have to say.
Target CEO will step down after 3 declining quarters of sales, and their stock has dropped 30% this year as the company faces the boycott for abandoning DEI when Trump came into office. And all I gotta say is, oh man, you want to get behind your good old president-elect and dance for your boy. Because there's no way that any research or analytics show that making a decision that alienates a big part of your market makes any sense. But oh, I get it. You thought DEI was only gonna affect black people, didn't you? You didn't think that Hispanic people would care about it. You didn't think that even white liberal women would care about it. You didn't think Asian people would care about it. But they do. And now look at you, down $12.4 billion and out of a job. And see, what I know Target is actually doing is making their CEO step down to try to make it seem like that they're cleaning up their decision. But the people that made that decision are 1000% still in that boardroom. And here's the point in time where they probably go look for a black CEO. I wouldn't be surprised if you see them throw a lucrative offer at the Red Lobster CEO.
Target CEO stepping down because of the $12.4 billion they lost. It's the most hilarious but most proudest thing I am of us. We boycott so hard that they lost mad money, two, the CEO stepped down. Now three, they need to either close the store down, which you probably won't do, or start thinking about taking care of their customers and instead of trying to like support political views. Like, you ever heard of staying out of things that have nothing to do with you? They were so eager. You're in Walmart, first one rolling by DEI, forgetting about the customers you serve. Now look at you, look at you, look at you, stepping down. And I really feel like even if they bring the DEI back, like, people still wouldn't like not want to go there. Like, it's not it anymore. And if you didn't hear, like, Ulta also, like, they're pulling their business out of Target. Like, I just love this. I love this for them. Who's next?
So Target is panicking, and apparently they've hired a new CEO, Michael Fidelki. A new CEO is not going to fix this, Target. I'm so sorry. The CEO is not the problem right now. It's the policies that the company has decided to uphold that this administration pushed onto them. I understand that, but companies that fold and do what he says are going to lose loyal customers. I have not been to a Target in over a year. And some of that is circumstantial too, right? So between the customers that don't want to support Target anymore And the customers that don't have any money, I mean, a new CEO just is not going to help. If this country wants these brands to survive, a lot's going to need to change. And some of it is unfixable. Some of us are never coming back no matter what you say, because after you cross a certain line in terms of racism and or sexism or anti-LGBT, like I'm never going to support that brand ever again. In any case, they've seen a 20% decline in their profit. That is enormous, and congratulations, y'all.
Yep. Talk about FAFO, right? Because immediately Target was boycotted. In fact, customers dipped. People started making videos, going to Target, picking items, getting to the checkout place and dumping the items there, stepping outside, going online, adding items on their carts, and leaving without checking out. So many videos online were trending, people making videos about boycotting Target and all of that, guys. It was massive, especially for the black community, who felt that they would not go to Target and spend their black dollars there. Oh my goodness. Because Target apparently rolled back their DEI, and every member of the Target founding family, those that have been with Target for the longest of time, felt that the company has betrayed their values. Imagine that, your own legacy people calling you out. Guys, what Target did was that they just angered the very community that has always shown up for them, and in returns they lost billions.
Maybe he's done. He's gone. He's out of there. Question is, are you? Are you still done with Target now that he won't be there? Target CEO Brian Cornell is stepping down after more than a decade of up. One of America's most trusted brands. I know Target was my favorite big box retailer. Now I consider them deplorable trash. This leadership change comes amid persistent declines. And sales and significant criticism of Target's retreat from its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. And this is where Target had us all up. Within weeks of the DEI rollbacks, market value dropped by $12.4 billion and the stock price fell over $27 per share. Target saw a 3.1% drop in Q2 2025 sales and a significant decline in foot traffic. In total, some sources attribute more than $15 billion in lost revenue and a plunge in share price, all related to their decision to drop DEI. So baby, he's gone. But his replacement is the current COO, a 20-year Target vet, who was in the room when these decisions were made in the first place. So are we about to go back or not?
Cousins, y'all got that CEO up out of there, didn't y'all? After 11 years, he decided to step down. CEO got up out of there. But listen, so they decided to replace the Target CEO with an internal guy. Okay. And the thing about replacing people with internal people means that you may be replacing someone with someone who may have the same mentality and same thought process. Now, the thing that I find funny about this whole situation is that Target is trying to spin this as a long-term decline that's been happening over some years. Instead of saying we roll back DEI and then blacks put boot to neck and now we ain't making no monies. Now we ain't making no monies because they're talking about a decrease in sales for 3 quarters. They ain't been making no dollars and no cents for 3 quarters. And then y'all talking about the reason why we've been having this decrease is because we ain't trendy enough. No, honey, you're not welcoming enough. And the issue is that y'all keep on running away from the elephant in the room, and we finna turn you into LSAers. You about to be the next Kmart. You about to be the next Sears. You see? Yeah, baby, you on your way out the door. And it's so unfortunate because y'all was doing all right. Y'all was doing all right. Because I just got done from hearing that Ulta said we're going to go ahead and pack our stuff and go. We can't be affiliated. People ain't buying in here. So we got to go ahead and pack our bags. Mm-hmm. So now Ulta ain't even trying to fool with you. Baby, everything going down. So what I suggest that you all do is that you're number one honest with yourself. Because the problem is that you're lying to yourself about why you're here, which means that you'll lie to everybody else. The reality is that you roll back that DEI and we said we shall not buy. That's what happened. That's what happened. You roll back DEI, we said we shall not buy. And because we have not been buying, I'm talking about empty. Empty. And that's also taken into consideration that in certain locations in the country, Target is the main store. Okay. So that means that some people are forced to still have to shop at Target because that is literally the only place that has what they need in close proximity. And even with them, people still being forced to have to come into y'all establishment. People still like, that's okay, I'll get it from Amazon. People like, that's okay, I'll go ahead and drive that little 30 minutes. I'll go ahead and drive that little 30 minutes. Listen, I hope that y'all go ahead and have a come to Jesus meeting. Seems like y'all need to make sure that everybody on the same page as far as their belief systems and their values and how they feel about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Seems like y'all about to be the next case study for poor economic decisions and terrible marketing behaviors.
Y'all see this? That's right. After 11 years, the CEO of Target is stepping down due to the lack of sales and the fact people are not going to Target anymore. Anyone who's out there that says boycotts don't work, this is proof that they do. This was a highly successful company until their political winds changed and they decided to end their diversity programs, to back off their support of the LGBTQIA communities. And this is what happens. Now this man is leaving his job and I can't imagine this will be the only repercussions Target faces. So for all the people out there that say, oh, you're wasting your time boycotting never works. Boycotting is not a thing. You shouldn't be boycotting. You're just wasting your time. It does work. And that's the reason I have never set foot, nor do I ever plan on stepping foot into a Chick-fil-A. And I will speak out against places like Chick-fil-A, places like Hobby Lobby, and places like Target to show that we are not going to allow them to get away with kowtowing to this horrible administration, that we will stand and vote with our dollars.
Anyway, guys, what do you think about this in the comment section? Because I think that at the end of the day, this is not just about sales, right? It's about commitment. It's about trust. And it's not about one CEO stepping down or another one stepping in, trying to change the face of the whole company so that things can look different from the outside. It's about trust, because Target thought that they could quietly walk back on their promises. I mean, they wanted to do this DEI thing quietly, and the community showed them who was boss, showed them real power, lost billions of dollars. Even their leadership is shaking, their reputation is damaged all over, and the message is loud and clear. I mean, the message that was sent to them is loud and clear, because you don't just treat DEI like it's just the how do I put it now, a kind of trend instead of a commitment, because people are committed to these things. And don't be shocked when the very people who built you, the very people that made you established, made you a great company, decide to walk away because they were boycotted and they found out real bad. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.